So just from the previous lesson, you might recall that we discussed the Tolman method. And I told you that the Tolman method is a method to analyze arguments written by somebody else. Okay. I also told you that the assignment that you did for the Tolman method, that was not graded, but that was a required assignment. Okay. That counts towards your class participation and all that. Okay. So now, based upon that training through the Tolman method, today we are going to start working on our next assignment, which is graded one. Okay, it is called argument analysis paper. Please note it in your calendar. The assignment is due on next Thursday, which will be 21st of January. I will create that assignment in Moodle as well. Okay. Now I need to share screen with you to explain it further. What does the assignment look like? And where is the assignment in the course outline? So if you have looked at your course outline on week 9, which I have just highlighted, argument structure. And on this side, Tolman model. This is what we have covered through the presentation that I sent you, the recording of the presentation, and through the explanation in the last class. Okay. And we kind of try to understand that an argument has a structure. Okay. It has a claim, for example, it has reasons, it has supporting evidence. All right. Now, after having understood that, we need to move on to week 10 and this part of the lesson, planning and drafting AAP, constructing the thesis and argument. Today, we are just going to cover this part, planning and drafting AAP. How to plan it, how to draft it. But then in the next class, we will discuss how to construct the thesis and argument itself. Okay, in the next week actually. We will also discuss additionally what is MLA style of documentation. Okay, and of course you can see over here AAP draft due, okay, which is due on coming Thursday. Okay, now is the time for me for us to understand what is the next assignment. Okay, so we are going to learn how to plan and draft that assignment. By the way, that assignment is called argument analysis paper. Okay, so I'll stop sharing this screen and now I'll share with you a different document. This one. So I hope you can see on the screen argument analysis paper, which is the next assignment. So 15% of the final grade for this particular assignment. Length is 2 to 3 pages, but please note it is double spaced. Okay, and typed. This is the font size and font type that you will use to write this paper. And then you will use Mla format. What is Mla format? I just told you that is what we will discuss next week, next class. Now,
excuse me, sir.
Yep.
Sir, what do you mean by double spaced? You just mentioned it.
So the space between the lines is double. The document that you can look at your screen, it is single spaced. The space between lines is single.
So we are supposed to place double spacing between each and every line.
But you will keep double space between the lines.
Okay, sir.
All right. So So if you keep double space, that means if you write, say, 600 words on one page with single space between lines, then with double space, you will write 300 words on one page. Do you get my point? So space between the lines will be double. You will put it from the setting on the top in MS Word. So what you will submit to me? You will submit to me the assignment itself, which you will type. Along with that, you will submit to me 2 op-eds. You know, op-eds are opinion write-ups or editorials. Opinion pieces and editorials. Where do we find them? We find the opinion pages or opinion writing or opinion pieces and editorials in various newspapers and periodicals. Most of them are available online. Most of the newspapers, nationally recognized newspapers, are available online. So you can just check online to find those editorials. Okay. But of course, what kind of editorial do we need? We will cover that in the details. So here are the details for the assignment. Okay, you can read them, read this detail on your own as well. Now, what you will do, basically, students, you are required to, first of all, find one editorial or one opinion piece on a topic of your own interest. There is a big range of topics. It could be from politics to domestic to, maybe sports, and maybe, it could be finance, or it could be, any topic which surrounds us, which part of the society, any social topics, social evil, any topic related to gender, related to human rights, women rights, okay, uh, international relations. There is a huge variety of those topics. But that should be a topic on which you should be able to find an opinion piece as well. It could be on climate change also, global warming. So one editorial on a topic on which you are interested. And then this is the first step. The second step for you would be that you will find a second editorial on the same topic, but an opposing claim, with the same topic, but an opposing claim. So for example, the article we discussed in the previous class had this claim: climate change is a myth. But not all people in the world believe climate change to be a myth. There are people who believe that climate change is a reality. So if you look around, you will be able to find those editorials and those opinion pieces as well, which argue that climate change is a reality. Now, in this case, in the case of this example, both editorials are on the similar topic, and the topic is climate change. But they have opposing arguments, or they have opposing claim. They have an opposing claim about that particular topic. One editorial says climate change is a myth. The other editorial says climate change is a reality. So you need to find those two editorials on the similar topic, but with an opposing claim. And of course, you need to read them. You should have read them already by the time you know that they have an opposing claim. Okay. What will you write in your assignment? In your assignment, you will write about the quality of the arguments in both editorials. In other words, you will apply the Tolman method on both articles one by one. You know the Tolman method is used to analyze arguments in an argumentative piece of writing. Editorials are argumentative pieces of writing, right? So take the first piece, apply the Tolman method on that, explain what is the claim. Remember the worksheet. Now for this assignment, I don't want worksheet from you. Okay, that was just to assist you to exercise and practice the Tolman method. Now I don't want the Tolman method worksheet from you. I want you to comment on each editorial using the Tolman method on your own. Maybe you can use the worksheet just for your own ease, just for yourself. But I don't want that from you. I want you to describe what is the claim in the first article, what are the reasons the writer uses to support that claim, what evidence does the writer have for each reason, is the evidence reliable, is the evidence verifiable, is the evidence concrete and accurate. You have to do this for each of the two articles that you have. And by analyzing each article in this manner, you have to tell which of these two editorials sounds more convincing to you, which of these has more convincing arguments or more complete arguments. Now, of course, you have the limit of 2 to 3 pages. You have to sum up that discussion in those 2 to 3 pages. Now, you remember in the Tolman method worksheet, I told you to tell me just 3 reasons, identify just 3 reasons from the article. But now for this assignment that you are going to do, it really depends upon the article that you chose for yourself, that how many reasons the writer has given in that. There could be 3 reasons, there could be 4 reasons, there could be 5 reasons. But one piece of advice is that to try to find 2 editorials or articles which are almost of the similar length. Okay, a little bit difference is fine, but don't find an article of 1 page and the other article of 20 pages, because you won't be able to make a comparison then. Okay, your comparison would be too imbalanced. So for a balanced comparison, try to find 2 articles which almost have, say, 7 to 8 paragraphs. Each one of them has 7 to 8 paragraphs. That means each one of the paragraphs would have 5 to 6 reasons in itself. So when you start reading those articles, you can think of these questions. They will help you to write down your comments. Okay, please don't forget a lot of training that you received from the start of this semester. You remember when we read an article, we have to read very carefully. We are supposed to take notes while we are reading. We need to put a question to ourselves and then try to find answer of that question while reading the article. So these are the questions you should keep in mind. Who is the author? What is his affiliation with the subject? Who is the newspaper's readership? What is the big question, the controversy or event which is being addressed in that particular editorial that you are reading? Is the article about human rights? Is it about Pakistan-India relationships? Is it about democracy versus dictatorship? Or is it about feminism. You can think of quite a number of topics which surround us. And then the next question, what is the major claim of the article? And what evidence is or is not being used to support it? Finally, of course, this is what I already said, you need to decide which of the opinion piece or editorial makes a stronger argument. So I wonder if you have any questions at this stage. Any questions, students?
Sir, won't you provide the articles by yourself or we have to search them?
No, I won't provide you the articles. You have to search for the articles.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So each one of you will have a different pair of articles, most probably. And it's very easy to find those articles, So if I stop sharing this one and let me share with you the, not like this. Let me just open it and then share with you. Okay. There it is. Just share this one. I can share more than one. Just a minute. Okay, now I'm going to share screen. Okay, now students, if you look at this shared screen, it's just the Dawn newspaper open. And look at the opinion, right? Click it, and you will find the opinion page, the page of the opinion articles over here. Okay. These are all opinion pieces. There is no guarantee that you will find the opinion piece of your interest just in this newspaper. You might have to check with other newspapers as well. And then here is editorial as well. All right. So this editorial is about Afghan dialogue. This is about polio dangers. This is about military's role in politics. This is about the role of ordinances in parliament, so on and so forth. It's about power blackout, and it continues. Okay. Similarly, look at this one. This is Pakistan Today again. Now, this is the opinion button on it. Press it, and you find the opinion pages, opinion articles over here, date-wise. So the fortune at the bottom of digital pyramid is digital economy equitable? Does it serve the poor people as well? Okay, it's about that. And of course, this is something debatable. All right. And if I can share one more example with you, go to oops, not this one. Can you see this New York Times one right now, students?
Yes, sir.
Is it New York Times one? Okay. So now this is opinion, right? And here you find all these opinions, Okay, these are all opinion pieces. Okay, so you need to look around over here, these ones. All right. So these are just 3 newspapers I have shared with you. There are a lot many more, and you can look for more on your own. Any further questions?